Detective John Anderson had always been known for his relentless pursuit of justice. His reputation as one of the best homicide detectives in the city was well-earned. But as he delved deeper into the case of a notorious serial killer terrorizing the city, he found himself facing a puzzle unlike any other. The killer had left behind a trail of victims, each one seemingly unconnected to the next. It was as though the murderer had a sixth sense for evading capture. The city was gripped by fear, and the pressure on John to solve the case mounted with each passing day. One rainy evening, as John was poring over evidence in his dimly lit office, a soft knock echoed at his door. He looked up to see a stunning woman standing in the doorway, her raven black hair cascading over her shoulders like a silken waterfall. "Detective Anderson," she said in a voice that could melt ice, "I've been following your progress on the case, and I believe I can help you." John was taken aback by her sudden appearance, but he couldn't deny the intrigue that surrounded her. "Who are you?" he asked, his detective instincts on high alert. "My name is Elena," she replied, her emerald eyes locking onto his. "I have information about the killer, but it's not safe to discuss it here. Meet me at the old abandoned warehouse by the river tonight at midnight." John agreed, and that night, he found himself standing in the darkness of the desolate warehouse. Elena appeared, her beauty illuminated by the dim glow of a single overhead light. She shared a wealth of knowledge about the case, providing insights that only someone intimately familiar with the killer's patterns could possess. Over the weeks that followed, John and Elena grew closer. He found himself mesmerized not only by her beauty but also by her intelligence and skill. Together, they became an unstoppable team, closing in on the elusive killer with each passing day. Then, one fateful day, Elena whispered the killer's location in John's ear. With a sense of urgency, he rushed to the address she provided. But as he arrived at the location, he was met with an eerie silence. The house appeared abandoned, and a sinking feeling settled in his chest. John approached the house and knocked on the door. A gray-haired couple answered, their eyes filled with sadness. "I'm looking for Elena," John said, his heart racing. Tears welled up in the old woman's eyes. "Our daughter, Elena, was killed by some scoundrels several years ago. She's not present in this world." John couldn't believe what he was hearing. He was sure that he had been working closely with Elena for months. He showed them a photograph of the woman he knew as Elena, and they confirmed that it was indeed their daughter. As he left their house, John's mind reeled with confusion. How had he been working with a woman who had died years ago? It was a mystery that he couldn't unravel. The pieces of the puzzle were scattered, and he was left with more questions than answers. The killer was still at large, and John was back to square one, haunted by the memory of a woman who had helped him in the most inexplicable way. He couldn't help but wonder if Elena had been a ghost, a guardian angel, or perhaps something even more enigmatic. The case that had started as a search for a killer had taken an inexplicable turn, leaving John Anderson with a deep and haunting mystery of his own.